You can't run from me if you can't even see. No, you can't run from me if you can't even see. Hello and welcome back to Shady Gaming, a very special Shooktober original. We're playing The Lurking Horror. I am your hostess and solid gold dumpster fire, Lucy McGillicuddy.
And I'm Aurora and I'm very confused as to what is transpiring.
This is a text game.
I've never seen one of these.
Really, this is what this is the same people who made Zork made this, but it's a Cthulhu Zork. Basically,
I don't know what Zork is.
Oh, do you watch the show? You've waited until the last minute again. This time it's the end of the term, and all the TechNet terminals in the dorm are occupied. So off you go to the old comp center. Too bad it's the worst storm of the winter. Murphy's Law, right? And you, practically froze to death slogging over there from the dorm. Not to mention jumping at every shadow with all the recent disappearances. Time to find a free machine, get to work, and write that 20-page paper.
Oh god, I don't
The Lurking Horror.
Fondly.
Terminal room. This is a large room crammed with computer terminals, small computers and printers. An exit leads south. Banners, posters, and signs festoon the walls. Most of the tables are covered with waste paper, old pizza boxes, and empty Coke cans. There are usually a lot of people in here, but tonight it's almost deserted. A really whiz-bang PC is right inside the door.
Whiz-bang.
Shut up. Nearby, one of those ugly molded plastic chairs. Sitting at a terminal is a hacker whom you recognize. Oh, that's it. So, this is a text game, meaning you have to type your responses into the parser.
Oh?
So, turn on PC. The computer powers up, goes through a remarkably fast self-check, and greets you requesting, "Login, please." The only sound you hear is a very low hum. Inventory. You are carrying an assignment. Look at assignment. Laser printed on a creamy bond paper. The assignment due tomorrow. It's from your freshman course in the Classics of the Modern Idiom, better known as 21014. It reads in part, 20 pages on modern analogs of Xenophon's Anabasis. You are not sure whether it refers to the movie The Warriors or Alien, but in the last assignment you need to complete this term. You wonder yet again why a technical school requires you to endure this sort of stuff. So, the way in which you get in the computer is one of those piracy preventions, meaning something in the game box came with it to tell you how to log in, what your login is. The game actually came with what's called feelies, physical props from the game that you can own. Like we do collector's editions now, and one of the feelies for this one was your student ID. You actually had to use your student ID card, read the number off of it, and plug it in to play the game. To make sure you didn't steal it.
Wow.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's the modern internet age, so I have it right here.
Ha!
Type 8 7 2 3254 12. The computer responds, "Password, please." It is type cube Uller Lair Soth. Sounds like a eldritch god, but okay. The computer responds, "Good evening. You're here awfully late." It displays a list of pending tasks, one of which is blinking red letters with arrows pointing to it. Classics paper. Some particularly ominous words next to say, "Due tomorrow." And more reassuring, a menu box next to that says, "Edit Classics paper." Click. Edit. The menu box is replaced by a Yak text editor. The menu box is listing the titles of your files. The one for your paper is highlighted in a rather urgent-looking shade of red. Click.
Blood red.
Paper.
I swear it said dick paper.
Dick paper.
Ow, a paper
Can I fuck you, baby? Your dick got papers?
Cool, there's a D in here.
I got the D drive. You're welcome, America. Actually, you're welcome, UK. That's where most of our fucking fans are. Alright. Read. You click the box of your paper. The box grows reassuringly until it fills almost an entire screen. Unfortunately, the text that fills that bears no resemblance to your paper. The title is the same, but after that there is something very, very different. Read. Paper. The paper appears to be a facsimile overlaid with the occasional typescript. The text is mostly a sort of Old English you've never seen before. What you read is a combination of incomprehensible gibberish, Latinate pseudo-words, debased Hebrew and Arabic scripts, and the occasional disquieting phrase in English. As you look at it more, you find it hard to focus on the screen, but impossible to look away. Your finger strays towards the mower box. Click more.
The mower.
The second page is much like the first, but around the edges, not when you look at it straight, it's almost readable. There's something about a summoning or a visitor. Oh shit. The third page is the same script as the first, but laid out like a poem. There are woodcut illustrations which are queasily disturbing. There's a translation or notes for one typed between the lines of the poem. He returns, he is called back. The loyal ones, acolytes, make a sacrifice. Those who survive will meet him, be absorbed, eaten. They will live yet die. Forever will be, is, nothing to them. To him. His place, lair, fur, must be prepared. His food, offerings, must be prepared. Call him forth, invite, with great power. Only an acceptable, tasteful sacrifice will call him forth. He will be grateful, satiate. The rest is even more fragmentary. All right. Party, sis. You touch the more box and a new page appears. The fourth page is a photograph. You recoil from the screen but cannot. Fascinated and repelled at the same time, you wonder, is that a mouth or what's in it? Oh.
A dick!
You faint, and when you awaken... Oh, you touch the more and a new page appears. You faint, and when you awaken, use sound to toggle sound usage on it. Oh, shit. Sound. Oh, no, I want sound. Sound on. Place. This is a place.
No shit.
Oh, that's the sound of the... Oh, that's coming from the game.
Yep.
Okay. I've never seen a text game do that before. I played this game before. I didn't know it could do that. This is a place. Things move about on a broken rocky surface. Harsh sounds fill the air. Something sticky grabs at your feet. There is no color. Everything is drained of brightness, dull and lifeless. A path descends into a shallow bowl of black basalt. Down. You are at the bottom of a deeply cut, smooth basalt bowl. Dimly seen shapes crowd you on all sides. Ahead in the focus of movement is a rock platform. Keep going down. Oh, it's getting louder. Shit. There's chanting, too. You stand before a low rock platform, more like an afterthought of piled rocks or a glacial moraine than a work of artifice. You are pushed against the pile by the crowd around you. One small stone stands out in the pile, smooth, shiny, and glowing with blazing light. Take stone. Ah! Suddenly, the dimness becomes darkness, and the crowd around you explodes with excitement. You are jostled and shoved from all sides. A low keening begins building in the deafening, almost mechanical chant. The darkness before you compacts and deepens! Time passes. The darkness before you, now visible, is a creature. It towers over the now silent crowd. The thing jerks this way and that, spraying a foul ichor. Its palps twitch expectantly, then profound impatiently against the rock. You can feel the smooth stone vibrating in your hand! The thing now turns, sensing the presence of the stone. It quests almost blindly for it. Then those surrounding you thrust you forward. The thing stoops, its mandibles grasping you. You are lifted towards a gaping maw. The stench... We always come back to Vor! The stench and the sounds issue from the overwhelming and unconscious. You are awakened by the thump of your head hitting the terminal in front of you. Falling asleep over the term papers, it must have been a nightmare. Embarrassed, you glance around. Yes, the hacker's looking your direction. He must have heard the thump. Terminal room, on chair. A whiz-bang computer's on the right side of the door. Sitting at a terminal is a hacker who you recognize. See? The hacker wanders over, trying to nonchalantly as he looks at you take it. Losing, huh? He asks wittily at your terminal, which displays a pattern of slow, unusual characters. He appears somewhat excited. Turn off PC. The hacker stops you. You'll mung the bits, chompa! The hacker, mumbling under his breath, begins a flurry of activity. First, the screen returns to something nearly normal. Then the windows begin popping up like toadstools after a rain. The screen looks like the top of the terminal, or the bottom of a trash can. The hacker types furiously, displaying the screen in what looks like the explosion of a teletype factory. After a while, he says, "Chomping file system. Your directory is going seriously west. I fixed it." He checks the screen. It was mixed up on the file server with something called the Department of Alchemy? Because colleges have those. He grunts. People's names for their nodes are getting weird. This one's called Lovecraft. Your paper's gone, though. Sorry, maybe they can help you down there. The hacker returns to his terminal and begins hacking. The PC powers off and makes a sound. Let's go south. Second floor. This is the second floor of the computer center. An elevator and call buttons are on the south side of the hallway. A large, noisy room to the north. The stairs also lead up and down for the energetic. To the west is a corridor that leads to a smaller room. Let's go west. This is a filthy kitchen. The exit's to the east. On the wall near a counter is a refrigerator and a microwave. Sitting on the kitchen counter is a pack of funny bones.
Funny bones.
Open fridge. The fridge reveals 2-liter bottle of classic Coke and cardboard carton. Take Coke. Taken. We're going to need that. Take carton. Taken. Save. Coke. Okay. Open
Coke.
oven. The microwave oven is now open. Put carton in oven. Done. Close oven. Type 4. The timer needs 4 seconds. Type 0. The timer reads 40 seconds. G. Timer reads 4 minutes. Type start. Or press on. Timer displays 3 minutes. Oh. Drop.
Brop.
Take bones.
Brop.
Drop bones. Drop assignment. Open oven. The oven's now open. Get carton. Taken. Oh God, what do I do?
What was in there? A goddamn hot pocket?
I think it's trying. Look at carton. Oh. Cardboard carton with an incomparable symbol scrawled on the top. Well, shit. I beg your pardon. Second floor. North. Talk to hacker. Trade carton for master key. Give hacker carton. Ah, serious food. He plunges into the food with delicacy and tail manners of a shark at a feeding frenzy. Soon, a satisfied expression appears on his face. Well, I suppose I could loan you a master key for a while. Just don't get in any trouble, okay? I'll find you later when I'm done with all this and get it back. He hands you the key. Take key. Which key do you mean? Oh, take master key. You already... Oh, well, shit. Alright. South. Down. Computer Center. This is the lobby of the Computer Center. An elevator and call buttons are to the south. Stairs also lead up for the energetic. To the north is Smith Street. Save.
Ooh.
Key.
I hate to do it, but I gotta take these off.
Oh.
It's starting to hurt.
Well, yeah, they're fucking pulling you to hell. Look at all that gravity.
Oh my god. Ugh. And it don't make sense to wear only one. I'll keep the ring on though.
Oh. Press down.
Oh, Jesus.
Elevator door slides open.
She's still pretty though.
Down. Basement. There we go. A bare concrete wall lies a corridor east to west. An elevator and call button to the south. Stairs up for the energetic. From the floor to ceiling run a wire. Where do I go from here? South. Oh. East and west. I think I've already fucked up this guide. See? See?
Oh.
Not really doing anything. Press. Up. Up. Look. Stairs let you up. North of Smith Street. North? Smith Street run east and west along the side of the main campus. At the moment, it's an arctic wasteland of howling wind and drifting snow. On the other side of the street, it's barely visible, lidless eyes of the streetlights. The street hasn't been plowed, or as it has been, it hasn't been any good. So I got the key. So let's... South. Look. Up. Look. Second floor of the computer center. Call buttons, okay. So this is where the hack here is. Okay, look. Whiz bang, shit. Okay, from here, I got the key. So I go south. Press down. Z. Z. South. Open panel? Oh, I have to go in the... Okay, that's... Okay. Actually, I have to be in the elevator. Open panel. Take flashlight. There we go. Fuck. Press open. Alright. North. Down. Down. East. During the Second World War, some temporary buildings were built to house war-related research. Naturally, these buildings, though flimsy and ugly, are still around. This is the basement of one of them. The basement extends west, a stairway leads up, and a large passage is to the east. There's a pair of electrician's gloves and a crowbar. Take all. So we go further down.
You go that way, it says.
Oh. Oh. Oh, wear gloves. I was over a little too zealous. Up. Turn on light. Save. Grew. So I was almost eaten by one. If they were in this game. This is a laboratory of some sort. It takes up most of the building on this level. All the interior walls have been getting knocked down. One reason these temporary buildings are still here is the flexibility. No one cares if they get more or less destroyed. A stairway leads down, and a door leads to the north. There's a black metal flask here. Get all. Metal flask taken. So now we go down.
Temporary basement.
West. West. Aero basement. You take this one away from me?
This basement level room is made of smooth, damp-seeming concrete. Fluorescent lights cast harsh shadows. To the west is a stairway, and to the east the basement area continues. There is a forklift here.
He tried to kill me with a forklift. Get in, forklift. This is some gaming education for you, bitch.
You are now in the forklift.
Turn on forklift. I'm not OSHA certified. Flipped lift.
The forklift sputters to life.
East. Basement on forklift. I like how it specifies that. Temporary basement on forklift.
Dead storage on the forklift. This is a storage room. It contains an incredible assemblage of discarded junk. Some of it is so old and moldering that you can't be sure where one bit of junk stops and the next begins. It's piled to the ceiling on ancient, rotting pallets. You can't even see the east wall.
Move junk with forklift. I spelled it right this time. Yay.
You have a little trouble using the forklift, but it's not really all that hard. You start clearing junk, moving it around and trying to create a passage.
Yeah, people only fucking get certified for after extensive training programs for these. It's fine.
You continue moving junk, becoming more proficient with the forklift.
I'm just fuck going to college. Get a fucking certification program here.
You've built a fairly narrow, about 1 forklift wide path through the junk. You can see an opening into a further storage room beyond this one.
East.
Storage on the forklift.
What's deader than dead storage? That's what's in this room. Oh god. A disused looking manhole. The aura's been here.
Oh god.
What's deader than dead? Most of the contents have collapsed or rusted back to primordial ooze. There's a mold growing on some identifiable piles. Stagnant puddles of water pollute the floor. You can now believe there is how old some of these foundations are. Turn off forklift. You've done me well, my friend.
The forklift coughs once and then dies.
Oh.
Coronavirus!
Get out!
You're now on your feet.
Where am I? Oh. Pry manhole. With crowbar. You lever the manhole cover. Let's do it at the same time.
You lever the manhole cover aside, and the crusted dirt falls into a dark, partly obstructed hole below. Aura.
Get the D.
Brick tunnel. This is an ancient tunnel constructed of roughly mortared bricks and stones. A slippery and almost invisible set of handholds leads up.
I thought it said hemorrhoids for a second.
Right. The tunnel continues a long way north and south from here.
North.
Renovated cave. You're in a huge cave-like construction. A path leads down to a floor partly covered with rough concrete. The walls and ceiling are high and reinforced with beams of wood, iron, and steel. In the center of the floor, you can see a large, flat slab of granite. The only exit is behind you to the south.
No, it's just through the D.
Before the altar. You are at the bottom of the cave. The huge slab of granite in the center is a sort of altar. It is carved with strange and disturbing symbols, the largest of which looks very familiar. Some of the symbols are obscured by rusty red stains. Nearby is an iron plate set in the concrete of the floor. Lying to one side of the altar stone is a sharp, thin-bladed knife.
Sounds like evidence to me. Get knife. Taken. Saved.
Isn't a ceremonial knife called, isn't like a thane or something?
Athame.
Athame.
Athame is only like used to cut the astral plane. It's not used to cut anything physical. If it uses anything to stab or cut anything real, it's not an athame anymore. It's that's why most athames are wood.
Ah, okay.
Alright, the steam tunnel. We have to go up.
Renovated cave.
Shoot.
Brick tunnel.
Alto.
In one corner of the room, a manhole cover is partly covered in dirt and crud. There's an open manhole here. There's a forklift here.
West.
Dead storage, temporary basement.
West.
Basement.
Drop all but crowbar.
Including the flashlight?
Mm-hmm.
Hole.
Okay.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. Where was I at? Drop all. Drop all but crowbar. Oh, take. Oh shit, light. Take key. All right. So from here I go west.
Aero basement.
West.
A dimly lit stairway leads up and down from here. A corridor continues east.
Down. Sub-basement. This is the sub-basement, the Aeronautical Engineering Building. A stairway leads up. A narrow crack in the northwest corner opens to a larger space. It says Aerospace Engineers. Alright, they're apparently entombing people in the Aerospace Engineering Building.
This is a tiny, narrow, ill-fitting room. It appears to have been a leftover space from the joining of two pre-existing buildings. It is roughly coffin-shaped. The walls are covered by decades of overlaid graffiti, but there is one which is painted in huge fluorescent letters that were apparently impossible for later artists to completely deface. On the floor is a rusty access hatch, locked with a huge padlock.
Unlock. Lock. With.
Crowbar.
Key.
Oh. The lock, though rusty and unwilling, opens, releasing the hatch.
Rusty and Unwilling sounds like I'm on a dry spell.
Oh.
Oh, God, Jesus fucking dicks.
The hatch is heavy and its hinges are rusty, but you pull and strain and it opens with a scream of metal. Revealed below is a rusty ladder leading down. Warm, fetid air coils up out of the hole. There's a burned out, no, smashed utility light set in the wall a few feet down. Is this Lost?
This is 1987.
I don't like that. This dark and grimy tunnel is largely filled with an imperfectly insulated steam pipe. The tunnel is uncomfortably hot and damp. You have gone from the Arctic to the tropics. The concrete tunnel has odd molds and fungi growing on its walls and ceiling, and the floor is squishy.
Steam.
Torn clots of insulation litter the floor. Along the ceiling runs a thick tangle of coaxial cable. The tunnel heads east and west. A rusty metal ladder leads up. You can hear in the distance a chittering, scratching sound. That's what that sound is. This dank and grimy tunnel is largely filled with an imperfectly insulated steam pipe.
Nope.
The sound is louder. It sounds like small animals. Is it rats?
Oh. Zed.
Time passes. The sound continues. It's almost certainly rats.
Zed.
The rats are growing louder, but you can't see any rats.
Oh no. My third Z, right?
Yes. The rat sounds are growing louder, but you still can't see any rats.
And
A troop of rats appears out of the darkness. The rats are momentarily startled by your presence, but soon the bolder ones begin to approach. There are more rats here than you have ever seen. I dare not bring the sound back.
I rest for a second. Okay.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Open valve with crowbar. The valve with Nope. There's a human sound in there. Listen very closely. That sounded like I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, something like that. Ugh.
The valve with a horrible scream of tortured metal gives a little and a small trickle of steam issues forth. This further agitates the rats. The rats attack! Slimy, snarling, hungry! They swarm over your feet, biting at your legs, clinging desperately to your feet!
Oh, that's why the human noise is there.
Oh. That repeats. Turn valve with crank. Oh,
I don't know the word
turn
crank.
Valve with crowbar. Crown bar?
The valve screeches open. A jet spray of live steam issues from it, filling the tunnel in front of you. The rats are caught in the full force of the blast. Horrible squeals can be heard from the midst of the steam cloud, and scalded rats charge past you, all interested in anything but flight forgotten. One of their number remains dead. Absolutely not.
Absolutely fucking not. Close valve.
The valve closes more easily than it opened.
Holes be like that. East. The steam tunnel is narrow here, and the construction is more archaic. It's now mostly brick, although the floor is concrete. The steam pipe and coaxial cable will continue along the appointed paths. The tunnel's damp and even muddy waters.
Still going?
Well, that's unfortunate. East.
There's a grimy, damp, and dripping triad of crumbling brick walls. South wall looks particularly decrepit.
Just smashing, grabbing my entire fucking... You'd be so fucking expelled.
Right. The wall grudgingly yields to your efforts. A brick less well mortared than its fellows pulls out of the wall.
Did you ever do any, like, urban exploration at your campus?
In my high school, kinda, sorta. Because it was 2 buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And the second building, which is where the math and science classes were held, used to be a hospital.
Oh, shit.
So, definitely haunted. And when I was in my video production class, we found out that in the janitor's closet in that building, there's access to what used to be the area where they would burn the bodies in the hospital. That's also where they kept a bunch of, like, prom shit, like a throne. There's just...
Let's hide the prom shit in the crematorium.
Yeah, there's a lot of just random paraphernalia down there. And, yeah, I found the machine where they would burn the bodies and the secret tunnel to somewhere in the middle of town. So...
Oh.
And the teacher was like, "Don't go in there!"
Yeah, see, our high school was brand new, so it didn't have a history, so not much. But my college is like the oldest college in Texas.
Oh boy!
So like there was like really old buildings, old tunnels underneath that were almost always flooded. So we tried to do a little bit of exploration, but we didn't get much done. It wasn't that exciting. I mean, Vermont's been around a lot longer than Texas, so you have a lot of older, more archaic things under your cities. What about you, chat? My chat, I mean the comment section. What have you done in your campuses? Have you, I won't tell anyone, Charles, explored after hours, found some dark hidden things under your schools? Do your school have any secrets?
Even if you personally didn't do the exploring, what are some urban legends about where you went to school, be that high school or college?
Oh, every school has to have urban legends.
Crow.
Pry wall with crowbar.
Did you just do that?
It's still going, though.
The wall grudgingly yields to your efforts. The brick less well more than its fellows drops to the floor on the other side, making a hole through the wall. You can see a rusty steel reinforcing rod in the hole.
Get in the hole. Oh.
West steam tunnel. West. There's a dead rat here. Thanks. Steam tunnel. There's a padlock. Taken.
Sub-basement.
Basement.
Up.
Stairway.
East.
Air basement.
East.
There's a smooth stone, a 2-liter bottle of classic Coke, a metal flask, and a knife.
Take ass. I mean all.
Take ass.
West.
Air basement.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to actually have carried all this stuff through the base without damaging it. And so we have to leave. Now we have to come back and, you know,
retrieve it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now we're going up. The Aero Lobby. This is the lobby of the Aeronautical Engineering Building. Stairs lead down. Dragora heads south in the main building. Let's go suit. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Infinite Corridor.
What?
The so-called Infinite Corridor runs from east to west in the main campus building. This is the west end. Side corridors lead north and south, and a set of doors leads west into the howling blizzard. Slouching nearby is an urchin. He's a youngish teenager wearing a ski hat, running shoes, and a bulky, suspiciously bumpy, threadbare parka. He's jumpy and looks suspiciously at you. He's on meth. There's a plastic container here. Meth.
Was meth a thing in the 80s?
Probably. There's a large-ish machine being operated down the hall to the east. It's the crematorium at my high school. Fucking hell.
Get container. So something's touching my leg. I don't like it.
It's a hair attached to the sequin.
Oh, no. Container. Gotten. It gone gotten. Easy. So-called infinite corridor. A maintenance man is here riding a floor waxer.
Oh, God. Sir,
Time
go
passes.
home.
Time passes. The floor waxer waxes away to the east. Time passes. East. Mains man. There's a wall socket on one wall, a heavy-duty power cord plugged into it. The cord leads to a large floor waxer. Open container. You pull off the seal of the open container, revealing a small viscous fluid.
A smelly, viscous liquid.
Ugh, poor container.
Oh, why?
Make him do his job. It pours out and spreads like ants at a picnic. The floor is now covered with a wall to slippery floor wax.
Oh, God.
Oh. Zed. Time passes. East.
You slip and slide on the wax. It's like walking on wet ice. Oh, that's the worst. You can barely keep upright, but you manage to lose your balance in just the right way to keep going. Bitch,
Screw-doo!
There's a glass-fronted emergency cabinet here. The floor waxer waxes away to the east. So there's something about the cabinet, I'm assuming. Probably open cabinet.
Oh, let's see. Oh. Break.
Break cabinet?
Glass.
Oh, love that. Wearing the heavy gloves, you confidently smash the glass with a blow of your hands.
Take. Axe. We're going on a spree.
You going on a spree?
Cut. Cord. With. Axe.
Like you do.
Hey, he's going to be in my way.
The axe crashes against the floor and the power cord severs. The wind of the floor waxer slows and the maintenance man jerks to alertness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Z's. Maintenance man, growling and foul-sounding implications, descends from the floor waxer and heads towards you. The maintenance man lurches towards you with surprising speed. He's nearly upon you. The maintenance man lurches towards you with surprising speed. Just as he's about to grab you, he slips on the wax. His hand whips by, inches from your throat. He drops to the floor, screaming in frustration. The maintenance man continues slipping, falling, standing, and so on. He reminds you of a badly made wind-up toy. Maintenance man continues slipping and falling, and so on. Oh.
I think this was the fifth one.
7. That was the 5th one?
I think that was the 5th one.
There should be 2 more. Oh.
Main's man appears to shorten and almost dissolve. There's a great commotion as though he is undergoing a convulsion of some sort, and then he appears to explode into a crowd of small, squealing creatures. These, seeing you, scuttle off in the opposite direction and disappear.
What fucking...
Are these the soot creatures from Spirited Away? What the shit?
I just want to know, where are they hiring their fucking janitors from?
This looks like the wax, blah, blah, blah. Great Dome.
The Great Dome.
Here, a walkway circles the base of a huge, ornate dome. Below is the infinite corridor. From stories of tech-exploring trips, you recall that there's supposed to be a ladder here. On the other hand, there's a shiny rope-like thing hanging near where the ladder used to be, and leading upward.
Fuck it. Go for it. Oh, Jesus.
Oh god, the wet stuff on the strand sticks to the gloves, but doesn't otherwise affect you. You have a little trouble climbing up to the catwalk, but grab the rail just before your strength gives out. You heave yourself up onto the catwalk. You stand up on the catwalk, catching your breath for a moment. Your eyes stray along the stand you climbed. It trails along the catwalk where it joins something large and squishy, squatting at the far side.
Oh
God.
Squat.
A single bright blue eye opens in the squishy mass, and the tentacle, for that's what it is, retracts. The mass almost flows through the spaces in the catwalk railing and drops to the floor 15 feet below.
I thought it was like a small, like, Cardi B coming towards me.
Before you can react, it's gone. Top of dome. Inside the Great Dome, near the top, a metal catwalk is precariously perched. There's no way further up, but a small metal door is set on the side of the dome. Where the pulpy mass was squatting, a wooden ladder lies on the catwalk.
Drop all. Get ladder. It's a heavy ladder, but you manage to take it. Lower ladder. No.
It's just the right length to climb down.
Open door. You open the door. Air, freezing air, blowing snow, howling wind rips around you. Get all but container. Cointainer.
Pointer.
Taken, 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 taken. You're going to be taken.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
North.
Roof of Great Dome. You are perched precariously on the roof of the Great Dome. A set of narrow indentations in the dome provides a dangerous route to the very tip top of the dome.
Up.
The edge of the freezing, biting cold to the blizzard. You scramble up the icy surface of the dome, almost slipping a few times, but finally make it to the top.
This is the very top of the Great Dome, a favorite place for tech fraternities to install cows, Volkswagen Beetles, giant birthday candles, and other bizarre objects up their butt. We went in literally the opposite directions.
But similar ideas.
Yes. The top is a flat, round, it's not a dome, is it, bitch? Is flat, round, and about 5 feet in diameter. It's very windy, which has been kept the snow accumulating from here. The only way off is down. In the exact center of the area is a bronze plug. Bitter, bone-crackling cold assaults you. The temperature and the blizzard conditions are both horrible. Get plug.
And stick it in your ass.
You pry the plug out of the socket, revealing a cylindrical hole in the diameter somewhat deeper. A piece of paper is in the hole. Drop plug. Get paper. Rolling papers. Read paper. You unroll the piece of paper in the reedy, shaking handwriting with drama.
I can no longer face what I've been doing. I can't sleep. I start at the slightest noise, and even dulling my senses with alcohol or drugs is no longer enough.
Pussy.
I refuse to participate in what he is doing anymore. Either he is insane, or I am insane, or, and this is what I fear most, the universe itself is insane.
That part.
I have only one final warning. I am the only suicide, but I will not be the final death. The name signed to it is oddly familiar. You can feel the cold worming its way through your layers of clothing and biting into your flesh.
Down.
You're beginning to tire.
South. Drink Coke.
Push your way into the welcoming warmth inside. One ladder leads down from here. Does pass a container. Delicious. Contains caffeine, one of the 4 basic food groups. Too bad they make it with fructose these days instead of sucrose. You feel much more alert and awake now.
Alright. Oh, gee.
Suddenly you remember why the graduate student's name was familiar. He was a missing student until his body was found smashed and broken at the base of the tallest building on campus.
Oh, Jesus.
He jumped. Delicious.
Save.
Smashed and broken. Delicious.
Coke. Yes.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, shit. I didn't need a double tap. Alright. It says drop Coke. Dropped. Alright, down. Down. Slippery,
Power
slippery.
cord terminates in a severed stump.
It's like music. Chord, 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 other chord. Infinite corridor, glass cabinet. Da-da-da-da-da. We've done that shit.
So-called infinite quarters, disabled floor waxer looms nearby.
Branches to the south. The chemistry building. The corridor is lined with closed, dark orifices, offices. The south end of the corridor is a door with a light shining behind it. There's something written on the door. Read door.
The chamber of secrets has been opened. Enemies of the everywhere.
Paint on the door, the calligraphy indistinguishable from any other tech. Department of Alchemy. You can always wonder what's behind that door. I fucking knock. You knock on the door. The sound is hollow and reverberates down the hall. You sort of wish you had knocked more softly.
No such thing.
Wait. The door opens partway, revealing a professorial... Oh, it's me! Well, I never done chemistry in my fucking life.
I fucking hated chemistry.
I fucked a chemistry professor, but... Yeah, if I play my card right, I might fuck him again.
He smiles. Good evening. I don't get many visitors this late. You're not one of my students, are you?
He ushers you into the room without waiting for an answer, closing the door behind you.
Oh, I don't like that.
Department of Alchemy. The office is clinically clean, shiny, and modern. It looks like something out of a science fiction movie. A closed door to the north leads back into the corridor, and an archway opens to the south. Taped to the wall to the right of the archway is a sign-up sheet. The professor is here. What do I do with the professor?
Why is everything chrome?
Show paper to professor.
He reads it carefully.
What drivel is this?
What drivel?
This just confirms my suspicions. Had he cleanly gone over the edge, drug use, drinking, insanity, it's only too bad I didn't realize what was happening. I might have helped him. The professor gazes at you with a distinctly predatory air. It's Penn State. Sorry. Let's leave. Oh.
You'd like to see the lab, the professor asks in a rather unctuous tone. Come right in. He ushers you through the archway into the lab, following quickly behind you and turning on the lights. The lab is an ultra-modern, fully equipped chemistry lab. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, you aren't a chemistry major, so the equipment might as well be magical. Professor is here. There's a lab bench and an alchemy department computer here. Sitting on the lab bench is a vat. The vat contains a tarry liquid. The professor guides you to the center of the lab where a strange pentagonal symbol is chalked on the floor. He cuts one of the chalk lines with a small knife you had not previously noticed, pushes you into the center of the chalk symbol, and redraws the line, muttering softly and rhythmically as he does so. There, that's done. Don't move from there. It'll only make things worse for you. He makes some odd gestures at the archway and then goes over to the lab bench.
Oh, it is Penn State.
He's making a fucking sacrifice.
I think the sound is bugged. Whoops, oh well. Also, fitting. Save. Dead.
Sacrifice.
Time passes. The professor is preparing something at the lab bench. Alchemy is my chosen field, and I've gotten ridiculed for it. It's like chemistry, except that the chemists don't recognize that some natural laws are enforced by persons, not physics. Some of them will grant power or knowledge, but they must be placated or even bribed. They're not of this earth, not demons or devils, and they aren't always friendly. To me, it's just an unpleasant necessity on the path to power. When I'm done, they won't laugh anymore.
Cue Big Brother Ed.
The professor enters another pentagram and begins a highly choreographed ritual. This may seem a little silly to you, but the symbology is what's important. Certain alignments, certain aspects, in a few moments it won't matter anyway. There's very little room for error here, so be calm. He chants, he brandishes strange instruments and moves from side to side in the pentagram. And occasionally he points to you. It becomes clearly what he meant by the word bribe. I'm going to intentionally die here because it's funny. Hold on. Pour? Coke. Oh, I dropped the Coke, never mind. Because if you pour the Coke in the pentagram is like a force field and actually fills up the pentagram a little bit. The chant grows more complex with rhythm and cadence. Says you want to stop your ears. The room appears to be getting darker. Time passes. A thick black mist begins to form in the room. Parts are darker, parts are lighter, and the parts form a disturbing shape. The professor chants and calls more loudly, and you realize the calls are being answered. The room is now freezing cold. The windows are shuttered, tightly curtained. Low, bone-rattling vibrations shake the room in cadence and chant. The black mist is growing thicker. The professor chants more rapidly, producing a strange guttural sound, scarcely human. You mean... like this? Oh! The black list swirls. The voice gibbers. The professor's brows drips in sweat!
Thing like a tentacle with a demonic face wrapped slowly around you. The room recedes into a great distance as you are pulled away. Before you die, you see what the tentacle is a part of. You have died. At first you think, maybe it's all just a bad dream, but no such luck. It appears to be for real. That's too bad. Although something gnawing on your nose thinks it's pretty wonderful, or at least fairly tasty. Your score is 45 of a possible 100 in 222 moves. Graded on the curve, you win the class of graduate student. Would you like to restart the game?
Restore. Dead. Get out. You push your way through the soft A soft spot just over the scuff marks and outside the pentagram. The air is thick and close. The room is now freezing cold. The wind... Oh, we've already done that. The purser is alternately looking at you and at the mist. He's like, ah, shit. Now I'm the fucking...
No, he's the sacrifice.
Yeah. Move bench.
It's heavy, but it moves, revealing a hinged metal trapdoor beneath. The black mist swirls wildly around the room, and a deep bass voice gibbers out of thin air. No! Screams the professor, and jumps towards you out of his own pentagram. He realizes what he has done and tries to re-enter, but the mist grabs at him.
Oh.
What? Oh!
Oh, I was too slow. Okay, so restore. Dead. Cut. Pentagram. Cut line with a knife. Oh, shit. Restore. Dead. Cut. Line. With knife.
The time before is the thorough search, removing all your possessions, tutting all the while.
Shit. Restore. Dead. Z. Z. Cut line with knife. Get out. Move bench. Open trap door. Down.
The swings open easily. Black mist rolls from the room. Blah, blah. Cinder block tunnel. This is a tunnel whose walls are cinder block over concrete floor and ceiling. A metal ladder leads up to an open metal plate in the ceiling, and the tunnel continues north, but the cinder block walls become brick. From above, you hear a thunderous noise, a maniacal scream, and then the sound of equipment smashing. The trapdoor slams shut, but around it pours a blinding flash of light. Finally, you hear an almost inaudible whimper, then nothing. The light fades.
Alright. Open the trap door. Oh.
The lab is in shambles. It looks like something red and sticky has been spread over the walls, ceiling, and floor. Much of the equipment, particularly that near the center of the room, has been destroyed. There's an open metal plate on the floor. There's a brass hyrax, a piece of paper, a lab bench, and an alchemy department computer here. Sitting on the lab bench is a vat. The vat contains Atari liquid.
What the fuck is a hyrax? I'm a
Brass hyrax. It sounds like
hyrax.
Chemistry instrument, obviously.
It's an animal.
Really? Oh, it looks like...
Look at this polite little baby!
It looks like a skinnier wombat.
It is. It's an African... It's a rock... No, not African. It's a rock hyrax. It's a rock rabbit or a daisy. Oh, they are African.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck it. You're my friend now. Take that. Alright, now
Take
what?
Hyrax and that. Fuck your bench. Fuck your chicken strips.
Go north.
Taped to the wall to the right of the archway is a sign-up sheet.
Open the door. The Brown Building. North.
Chemistry building.
North.
Disabled
Fruits and nuts.
This is the central corridor of the nutrition building. The main building is south and a stairway leads down.
Down.
What is this piano playing right now?
Resident Evil.
Oh.
Cluttered Passage. This cluttered passage leads southeast. It's full of apparently discarded electronic equipment, like old rusty cabinets and other detritus. Stairway also leads up. Is it still? Yep. Go back to Daggerfall, you piece of shit. Vengeance! Southeast. The Brown Basement.
This is a
No!
This is a cluttered basement below the Brown building. Discarded equipment nearly blocks an already narrow hallway that terminates in a stairway leading up. The passage itself continues northwest. There's a pair of rubber boots here.
Oh.
There were way too many nouns in that sentence.
Drop axe. Drop knife. Drop flask.
Flash.
Wow. Drop lock.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Get house down. Boots, mama.
Take it.
Wear boots. Let's go, Bussy.
You literally wrote Bussy.
Shit. Fuck. Fuck. I don't know why I was...
We're Bussy.
My Bussy booties.
Snug, but okay. 18-story skyscraper, which houses the meteorology department and other outposts of the earth sciences. Oh boy. The elevator's out of order, but a long stairway leads up to the roof, and another leads down to the basement. A revolving door leads out into the night.
Remember when there were fucking celebrity weathermen and weatherwomen on the show, meteorologists on TV?
I remember when I used to think that meteorologists were like celebrities.
Right?
Because one came to my school when I was in 2nd grade and explained what a blue screen was to us, and I was like gobsmacked.
This is chroma key, kids. Watch, I have no torso now.
It was always the tie. That was the first thing they would show us.
Because Jim Henson did the same thing in like one of his shows, explaining the Muppets.
Okay.
This is the top of the stairway. A door leads out to the roof here. You can hear the wind blowing beyond. There's a sign on the door.
It's a sign.
Unlock. Oh, read sign.
That was also the whole thing with the elevator being out of order. There was an elevator in both buildings in my high school, and they would keep telling the students we weren't allowed to use them.
Well, fucking.
I'm like, excuse the fuck out of you!
That's not ADA compliant. No admittance. In the smaller handwritten it says, "This means you." And below it says, "Who? Me?" Unlock door with the key. Alright. Open door.
Push the door open, revealing a windswept, snow-covered roof. Frigid wind whips snow into your face.
Skyscraper roof. A low parapet surrounds the small roof here. The air conditioning cooling tower and the small protrusion containing the stairs are dwarfed by a semi-transparent dome which towers above you. The blowing snow obscures all detail of the city across the river to the south.
God, I remember being in a fucking whiteout.
Oh. Nope, never again.
You ain't never been in a whiteout?
Once.
Ooh.
When I was in Spokane.
Oh, that's right. You were in Washington for a hot second.
Yeah. You're inside a large domed area. The dome contains equipment that makes it clear that a weather observation station. For some reason, it contains a small peach tree. Wind whistles outside and snow blasts against the semi-transparent material of the dome. Something smashes against the glass of the dome. You turn and see a dark shape clinging to the outside of the structure.
Still? That's different.
No, it's the same thing. He's one of the... Yes. Well,
Do you want to save here?
save. Doom. Dig in earth. You root around in the dirt for a while when you encounter something hard. Further exploration reveals it to be a dried, chewed-looking human hand.
Oh!
The dark shape moves. Above the howl of the wind, you hear a high-pitched kee. Is that now a thing? No? Fuck you then. Get hand.
The shape drops out of view.
I don't like that. D.
You enter the freezing, biting cold of the blizzard. Skyscraper roof. A dark shape watches balefully from nearby. The shape rises, bearing needle-sharp teeth and pumping its wings painfully in the gale.
Throw.
What is this, 30 days a night?
Stone and creature.
The stone hits the dark beast and appears to go completely through it as though the creature was made of air. The smooth stone disappears over the south edge of the building. The creature follows it, screaming frustration into the storm. Bitter bone-cracking cold assaults you continuously. The temperature and the blizzard conditions are both horrible.
E. Close door. Put hand in that. When you dip the mummified hand in the liquid, the elixir begins to bubble furiously. You can't really see the hand, except when the finger pokes up every so often. The hand bobs to the surface. It's odd, but it looked like one of the fingers moved.
What?
Ooh,
not my booty.
See?
The hand splashes to the surface. The fingers are moving!
It's alive!
The hand is trying to crawl out of the vat. Oh god, it's Ashley's hand from Evil Dead 2.
Put Hyrax on hand?
The hand is trying to... The ring fits the hand perfectly. The hand is trying to crawl out of the vat.
Get hand.
You grab the wriggly hand and draw it forth,
Ooh.
newly animated from the vat. As it emerges, the elixir flows off. The hand scuttles up your arm and perches quietly on your shoulder.
Oh, hello, little hand friend. It's Phasia. Drop that. Dropped. We're almost done. Well, I say that.
So you say that.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
I don't know if I believe you.
S. Get stone.
This courtyard is the triumph of modern architecture. It is spare, cold, angular, and overwhelming in size, and bears a striking resemblance to a wind tunnel whenever the breeze picks up. Right now, this is true of the whole campus, though. A huge mass lurks nearby, and in almost featureless skyscrapers to the north, there's a smooth stone here.
Get stone.
Cracking cold, yada yada.
I'll probably die if I stay out too late. North. You push your way into the warmth of the building. Down. Get all.
Padlock, metal flask, knife, fire, and a fire axe.
Yeah, we took the axe. Northwest. Cluttered Passage. Up. South.
Fruits and nuts. A disabled floor waxer.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wests. 1,
Oh, yes.
2, 3, 4. And followed by a north. Arrow lobby. At this point, you will have to find the urchin. He's usually around the basement somewhere. Once you find him, show the hand to the urchin. Oh. That's why I said I say that. Look.
Stairs lead down.
Down. Look. Down. Look. West. Oh. Up. Up. Oh! Show! Hand to urchin! Give him the finger, bitch!
The urchin sees the hand twitching. I heard what happens around here. I'm not getting fed to a monster. He lets loose a scream of fear and zooms away. Something drops from beneath his parka as he departs. He shit himself. He slows for a moment, decides not to retrieve it, and disappears into the distance. It's a turd.
Take bolt cutter. Cutter taken. That was easy. Then you have to go to the basement and continue with the solved. Where do you go to the basement? Okay, down. Look. Dim stairway leads up and down. Corridor heads east. Arrow basement. Okay. Oh, hold on. Is there a up? Oh. Nope. Where am I going? A basement level room. West of the stairway. East.
The flashlight is a little dimmer now.
Dead storage.
One corner of the room, a manhole cover.
Oh shit. West. No. Wait. East. Is there like a fucking... Oh. Here's the elevator. Up. Up. Press. Down. In. Press 1. Z. C. Z. North. Down. Wedge. Door with crowbar. You force the doors apart with a crowbar, revealing a dank elevator shaft. The crowbar wedges nicely between the doors, holding them securely open. In the elevator shaft, a tangle of machinery is visible. One bit of the tangle is very much like a hook.
You're going to die on that hook.
Down.
Concrete box. This small room is pretty bare and featureless. The north wall is brick and the other 3 walls are concrete. The east and west walls are adorned with rails, not unlike railroad rails. Above you and out of reach, the shaft is blocked by something. The brick wall has a hole in it. There's a vertical reinforcing rod visible in the middle of the hole. There's a greasy length of chain coiled in the floor here.
We made that hole earlier.
Brick here.
Taken. Oh, I know what we gotta do. We gotta tie that chain to the... And then, like, use the elevator as a fucking winch, I think. Yep. Wrap.
What is this new brick, though?
Oh, that's when we crowbar from the other side.
Oh, yeah.
You wrap the...
chain around the rod, but find it too thick to actually tie it.
Lock chain with lock.
You lock the chain with a padlock and now forms a secure loop around the rod. The elevator doors are wedged open with a crowbar, revealing a dim elevator shaft beyond. And the elevator shaft tangled machinery is visible. One bit of the tangle is very much like a hook. Do you have to attach it to the hook?
Yep. Chain on hook.
You hook the chain to the hook where it looks quite secure.
Get crowbar. Up.
Make the crowbar away and the door springs shut. You hear the elevator begin moving. From below you hear a tearing, rending sound like a rumbling crash. You no longer hear the elevator moving.
Press up. Up arrow begins to glow. South.
The elevator isn't here. Time passes. You hear the elevator begin moving. The up arrow blinks off.
Press 3. Going to the fucking outer space, bitch! Z. 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 Another Z.
The other doors slide open. This is the 3rd floor of the computer center. An elevator and call button on the south side of the hallway. Stairs also lead down for the energetic. To the north is a glass wall beyond which you can see a computer room crammed with computer equipment. A stairway leads up.
Down. Down. No,
I don't know the word.
Fuck you. Down. Down. Wedge. Door with crowbar. You force the door apart.
The dark shaft opens like a waiting moon.
I am the Dark Priest Shaft. Save. Brick. Alright, here we go. The final stretch. Concrete box. North. The steam tunnel.
There's
West.
a broken brick.
West.
There's a dead rat here.
West. 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 Oh, no, shit. West. 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 West wells are no longer, oh, I don't care. The muddy tunnel.
The tunnel you came through continues down, barely large enough to enter. It's made of sticky, gelatinous mud that's been pushed by something into a semblance of a passage. You can't go
down. This is a wide spot in the tunnel, just as wet as muddy as elsewhere. The walls are slimy as well. Numerous slots and indentations about 2 feet wide and a foot high open here and there. Thin wire or rope-like growths emerge from the hole further down to enter each of the slots. There's a background noise, almost loud enough to hear... Oh, is it?
This is new. A small furtive motion attracts your attention to the slots.
Cut wire with the cutter. You strain and push the two handles of the bolt cutter together with all your strength. At first it looks like nothing will happen, but then a loud click, the jaws cut the wire. The wire, as though through under tension, rapidly begins to curl up, disappearing down the tunnel and away. Urchins bust forth from the slots. The effect on the urchins is electric, perhaps literally. They twitch, jerk spasmodically, and fall to the ground almost in unison. They have lost all interest in you. Down.
The urchins grab feebly at you as you pass, but none is a serious barrier.
Ugh.
You are lost in a narrow, wet tunnel burrowed through the mud. Muddy, oily water covers the floor. The hand points its mutilated ring finger north and grips your shoulder tightly.
Oh, thank you, Thing. You are lost in a narrow, wet tunnels burrowed in muddy. Well, shit. Down. South. 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 Oh.
It's just giving the same thing.
Oh, down. The hand points south.
Some of it sticks to your gloves. The slime eats through your gloves. It begins to attack your hand. You feel a hot, stinging sensation like a sea nettle sting. More slime flows on your hand. The slime is creeping slowly up your arm. It's reached your wrist. Okay, go that way.
Open.
Slime is creeping slowly up your arm. It's reached your elbow.
Open flask.
Open the flask and a cold white mist boils out. The slime is creeping slowly up your arm. It's reached your bicep.
Pour flask on curtain.
The liquid splashes onto the curtain and a cold mist fills the room. The slime begins to freeze. Nearly the entire curtain solidifies, shatters, and drops to the ground, revealing an ancient wooden door. The slime is creeping slowly up your arm. It's reached your shoulder.
Drop flask.
The mist dissipates. The slime is creeping slowly up your arm. It's reached your neck.
Oh no. Oh, well, shit. What'd I save it as? Brick?
Catrain.
Curtain! There we go.
The entire curtain solidifies, shatters, and drops to the ground, revealing an ancient wooden door.
Alright. Unlock door with... Yeah, because I'm sure the master key to the university has, like, the secret fucking cult door that's been barred away from everyone else. Sure. I'm sure admin loves that. HR has his room on file somewhere.
And they gave the resident campus hacker this key.
I'm sure he got it his own nefarious ways. Open the door. Okay, door's open.
Ancient door is now open.
As you enter the door, it closes and locks behind you. The floor here is stagnant, slime-infested pool of water. It feels to be about 6 inches deep. You know what 6 inches feels like, don't you? Ropes or wires tumble down the slope, where they enter a large whitish mass that takes you much of the... Yes! Shut up. The noise is loud here and comes from the mass, which undulates. I love that word. With synchrony, the noise. Wan, sourceless lights illuminates the chamber. Set on the wall is an incongruous and its surrounding is a metal box. On one side of the coax cable enters the box, and the other hand is leads from the box in the mass.
Suddenly, the hand leaps from your shoulder into the slime-encrusted puddle. It dives beneath the water.
He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Open box. You remove the cover, revealing a plethora of electronic innards. Most prominent are a socket into which the coaxial cable is plugged, and a connector to which glistening cable-like appendage disappears. You hear noises outside the door. The hand repeatedly dives and bobs to the surface in one part of the pool near your feet.
Should we save and call it hand?
Nah. Remove coaxial cable.
Going through the cable and now hangs unconnected inside the box. You hear a stumbling noise behind you. Turn to see the hacker staggering into the cavern. The hacker stares at you shocked. It's you! When I gave you my key, I never suspected you'd get this far. The hand repeatedly dives and bobs to the surface in one part of the pool near your feet.
Oh. Reach. And water. You root around blindly in the gooey, slimy water. You feel something thick and slippery. A tentacle? No, it's cold and dead. It seems to be a line of some sign just below the surface. The hacker stares at the thing in the cave. I got very suspicious about your problems with the net. I began to trace some of the coax, and I found repeaters and bridges that weren't in the layout shots. And started following them. Anyway, here I am. That thing there, whatever it is, and those wires are interfaced with the whole campus. That means it's tied to all the nets, commercial, government, even military. Get line. It's mine now, bitch.
You pull a length of line out of the water. It's like holding a large, heavy snake. I guess I better do something. It could be a serious compromise of system integrity if this thing isn't dealt with. He peers at the mass as if evaluating it, and then reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small pair of wire strippers.
Cut line with axe. You strike the line with the axe, making a deep gash in the insulation. As the hacker advances on the mast, apparently planning to cut some of the wires leading into it. As he approaches, the sound stops completely, and the wires begin a frantic, looping, twining dance. The mast begins to flow towards the hacker almost as quickly as he walks towards it. They reach the other and begin to merge together. He screams, a long, undulating cry that echoes through the cavern. Do I hear it? No. He is engulfed. Oh, well, R.I.P. hacker.
Just start doing the...
Yeah. Keep... Oh.
cunt line.
Shit.
I don't know the word cunt!
Pity for you.
You blow cuts through more insulation into the conductors. The mass is bulging, vibrating, rippling.
The two winds sink towards the water. They straighten out. Get line. You carefully grab the line that's about to drop into the water. The mass is bulging, vibrating, and rippling. A huge tear is forming near where the hacker was absorbed. Put line in, what's it called? Connector. You shove the exposed conductors into the socket, producing a shower of sparks. The tentacle connected to the other socket begins to jerk and twitch spasmodically. Its mass connected to the quivers and a horrible noise, almost like a huge machine running out of oil, issues from the thing. The mass begins to change shape, compacting, darkening. You can briefly see human outlines within the gray gelatinous mass. They surround something larger of a shape not human, not animal, like nothing you've seen. The gelatinous mass solidifies and compacts, leaving behind a litter of smoking debris. In the debris squats a being, huge, misshapen. It stares at you with baleful yellow eyes. Its scaly wings beat, driving a fetid stench towards the stale air of the cavern. A barbed tongue slides across its broken dagger-like fangs. The smooth stone vibrates. It starts to feel warm. Eat this, bitch.
The stone hurries through the air and is swallowed by the black nothing in its center. The creature howls in pain. The thing tenses, preparing to leap. Its mouth opens, revealing not the glistening interior, but a dead black outline like a hole into nothingness.
What's done? Oh.
The creature leaps, a mountain falling on you, and the darkness swallows you, never to brighten again.
Oh. Hold on. Alright, I did see. I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to wait for him to strike first. So put line in connector. Connector. Z.
Now where we get that.
Yeah, now it's heat. Now it's hot, 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 hot. Corbin Dallas. Throw stone at creature. Throw stone at bitch. The stone smashes into the creature, sticking to the Icarus hide. The thing thrashes about, trying to bite at the stone, which growing brighter and brighter. Small hands issue from beneath the scales and tug in vain at the irritant. The creature begins to show a gaping holes of dark, light devouring nothingness around the stone. Its wings spread painfully as though it were trying to fly away, and then fold. It widens its jaw almost in a human scream of agony. The black hole of its maw overwhelms it, and indeed the creature appears to be swallowing itself. At last, a gray cloud of greasy smoke surrounds the glowing stone. Still suspended in air, the That even yeah, it vanishes. Take stone. You pick up the stone. It has a long, jagged crack that almost breaks in half. As you pick it up, you feel a bump to one side. Then as you're holding it in your hand, something pushes it out of the way through the crack, breaking the stone into two pieces. Something small, pale, and damp blinks its watery eyes at you. It hisses, gaining strength, and spreads membranous wings. It takes to the air, at first clumsily, then with increased assurance, it disappears into the gloom. One eerie cry drifts back into where you stand. Something rises out of the mud, slowly straightening. The hacker, mud-covered and weak, staggers to his feet. Can I have my key back? Your score is 100 out of 100. Grade on a curve, you're president of the Institute. We still didn't do our fucking paper.
Like you do in college.
Like you do in college. Shit. Well, that was your first text game. What'd you think?
At first, I was kind of like, yeah, but then once I was allowed to start reading, I was like, okay, I'm allowed to get into it.
Yeah, get into it. Yeah.
Because dramatic reading helps me.
I know, and that's what all these games are for. Like, it's another drag queen ASMR experience for you. So,
checks out.
Yeah, you wanted it, so I promise you get another one. We might have another one more of these with Mrs. E in the future. There's a lot of, not a lot. There are a few text horror games, but they're worth your while. And I play them for you because they're hard to find and hard to get through. But hey, you got a nice drag queen dramatic reading, so hope you enjoyed that. If you're not, fuck you.
I mean, the last time I played anything that was like this, probably the closest I've gotten to playing something like this was Blackgate.
Yeah.
Because that did have a little bit of some horror elements to it every so often.
Well, text games crawled so visual novels could run. Yeah, exactly. Don't expect Blackgate on this channel. First, it's never going to be finished.
Second of all, it would get flagged so quick.
So much dick. And
all the dick, and that's why we love it.
I mean, tennis ball's a ball gag. You know, I'm there for it.
I forgot about that.
It lives rent-free in my head. And so will I. If you subscribe to this channel, like and comment, go to twitch.tv/Shady Gayming every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And stick around for the next one. You have no idea what's going to come this fucking Shooktober. We don't either, so fuck it. Stick around.
We're figuring out as we go along.
Yeah, I'm going to finger you out too. Have a good night, bitch. Bye. Push the button.